What's up, you guys? I'm Dan. This is Frugal Not Cheap. I recently traveled to Japan, and while I was there, I tried out the combination of Airalo and Google Voice in order to send and receive text messages and phone calls. In today's video, I'll talk about how that went. So first of all, though, I do want to give a shout out to Google Fi. I started back with them when they were still called Project Fi, and it's basically a cell phone service from Google that's very affordable if you're someone that doesn't use a lot of data on the go. So obviously you don't consume data on Wi-Fi, but in terms of cellular data, the way it works is that the line starts at just $20 a month, and then you pay $10 per gigabyte. So if you're someone that only uses like 500 megabytes like I used to, then that comes out about $25 plus tax. So my bill oftentimes was maybe $26.50, $27 a month, stuff like that. And the really cool thing about Google Fi is it's international. So when you're traveling abroad, I would land in Qatar and I would get a nice message from Google that says, "Welcome to Qatar, we've got you covered, data and calls at the same rate as normal." And I would land in Japan, same deal. So really, really cool thing. It works in many, many countries. Why don't I still have Google Fi? Well, the thing is that you have to be US based. It's not meant for someone who's traveling abroad, for a really extended period of time. They can actually choose to either limit or no longer provide service. So this is really just for someone who's US based, but travels, frequently. Then it's really, I think, a really great option. For me though, since I'm looking to fire abroad, in other words, retire early abroad, then it's not going to be a viable service because, again, it's US based. So because of that, I recently made the switch to using Mint and Google Voice. I've got a video about that over here. So basically, I prepaid for a year of Mint service at only 15 bucks a month, which is pretty awesome. And I'm using Google Voice so that when I fire abroad, I'll be able to continue to use my US-based phone number for all kinds of things like, banking, communicating with old friends, and all that kind of stuff. Of course, at that point, I won't be continuing on with Mint because, well, they don't provide coverage in Thailand. But with Google Voice, I'm able to, do text messages and also phone calls as well from really any web browsers. So it's just a matter of having data. Now, with Google Voice, that meant that while traveling, I'd be able to do all that while on Wi-Fi, at my mother's place, I was visiting her, or at the hotel. But that's no good for when you're out and about. And when you're out and about, you might want to do things like, look at local restaurants, or you might want to put in a destination so it tells you what the train schedule is to get there, that kind of thing. And that is where Airalo came in. So Airalo is an app. It's available for Android. I'm sure it's available for iOS as well. And basically, it provides you with short-term contracts for an eSIM, so an electronic SIM card. They cover over 200 countries. You can even get like a global eSIM that will work in all of them. It's pretty cool. Let's say I was going to Thailand. Well, I'd be able to get 10 days of coverage on the DTAC network. This would give you 50 gigabytes of data, which is nuts, and 100 minutes of phone call service. And that would cost just $9.90. For $19.95, I could get unlimited phone calls and unlimited data for 15 days. For Japan, though, they actually don't provide any sort of any minutes, no ability to make phone calls. And I think that's pretty standard for a lot of the countries that are covered by an Airalo eSIM. It's mostly just so that you have data. But this day and age, with everybody communicating on WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, even FaceTime, and Line, all of these apps, it's really easy to continue to stay in touch, even without making traditional phone calls. And then, of course, for me, with Google Voice, all I need is data, and then I can continue to make those phone calls and send text messages. So I was in Japan for a little bit less than 2 weeks, and for only $6.50, I was able to get 15 days of coverage, including 2 gigabytes of data. And I didn't go anywhere near using up the full 2 gigabytes. So I would say that definitely the combination of Airalo and Google Voice was a smashing success on my trip. Are there any other services like that out there that are good? Let us know in the comments below. But I can definitely say that this combo worked very well for me, and I would recommend it. Hope you found today's video helpful. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.